Hello my beautiful fragrance family, Dustin here, Fragrance Fan. Go ahead and give me a solid and click that like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews, $40-ish and under range, and most of these are way less than that. Good number of these you find at your local rack stores. Lately I've been kind of striking gold at my local rack store, and this fragrance you guys have actually suggested, and I've found it. Excitingly so. The one that I'm talking about today is another Milestone. This one is Taxco Yves Saint Laurent Tuxedo Cologne. Presentation is very similar to that of Tuxedo. The atomizer lid is metallic with some nice texturization. They all slide really nice into place. That real like almost cushiony snug slide, and these atomizers, if you don't already know, are just unreal good for so inexpensive. $14.99 TJ Maxx. So what does this thing smell like? What are some of the notes in it? What I can tell you is this is a violet, rose, vanilla, spicy fragrance. There is just enough of that fresh violet leaf in this thing, coupled with a little bit of that black pepper to complement that violet leaf, which really gives this thing that draw, that appeal, that kind of complement magnet style DNA. There's a little bit of ambergris in this thing too, ambroxan really, but that kind of a scent profile really just is able to rake in compliments. It's almost crowd pleasing. This is going to be better for the cooler weather. The rose isn't real loud. The lily and stuff like that isn't very loud in this thing. There's a decent dose of patchouli in this, and a little bit of some earthy stuff going on, but mainly this is a violet, smooth, vanilla, peppery, with that patchouli in there kind of a fragrance. It is absolutely gorgeous. When I smelled this thing, it's in the women's section, of course. These things are typically in the women's sections. When I smelled this thing, I quickly knew that I had to go to my vehicle and get my money and and pick this thing up, because I just was blown away when I smelled it. It's exactly that kind of scent that I like, with that just enough brightness going on from the pepper and the violet leaf. I just can't get over how smooth and well this is done. It's not really synthetic smelling. It's not abrasive whatsoever. It's cozy and warm and alluring. This is going to be a good date night fragrance, to be honest with you. It's not extremely loud. It's like that average performing scent bubble, but it hangs on for quite some time. I spray it on before I go to bed. Wake up next morning, I smell it no problem. I wore it today at church. It's hot today, but we got a bunch of Mitsubishi mini splits in our sanctuaries. That thing is pretty cold, so it works well in there, and it definitely garnished a little bit of attention. People were like, wow, whatever you're wearing is very nice. And yeah, it's just one of those kind of fragrances. Like I said, if you know what violet leaf smells like, guess 1981. Mercedes-Benz original, or even the intense version. There's even some there's violet leaf in a bunch of fragrances, but it's kind of got like a little bit of a freshness to it, with like almost a petroleum thing, like a little bit of a petroleum nuance. Very subtle, but it's there. And if you like violet leaf kind of fragrances, then check this one out. It's so nice that I was more excited about this one than I have been for a lot of the clones that I have been getting from this fragrance company. They're all really good, but this one just blew me away when I smelled it. And overall rating, I'll give this thing an 8, because the scent profile alone is at least a 7.5. That extra little bit of longevity, I'm getting 7 hours out of it every single time. I think any age group can pretty much enjoy this. I don't know about the youngest, but even so, maybe, because it's so crowd pleasing that I feel like anybody can enjoy this. It's so versatile. It's so versatile, except for the hottest of days. This thing works for anything, but I think it would shine best in a little more formal or even date night type things. And yeah, I can't say nothing bad about this thing. It's just a wonderful smelling fragrance, and I hope that you guys are able to see this thing in your rack stores so that you can get your nose on it and let me know what you think about this fragrance. If you see it, check it out. and more than likely you're gonna really like it. So that's my final thoughts on Milestone's Taxco. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always, and until next time.